Wait, why is this thing? Oh, okay. Why is it covering my head like this? And then I think my Instagram is cooked right now. Oh, okay. Why is it covering? Give me a second. Give me 1 second. And then I think my Instagram is cooked right now. Oh, okay. Why is it covering? Give me a second. Give me 1 second. And then I think my Instagram is cooked right now. Give me a second. Give me 1 second. I am trying to figure this out right now. A lot is going on. I don't know if you guys can give me 5 seconds. Give me 5 seconds for Instagram, not for YouTube though. Not for YouTube. I'm like trying to simultaneously do this thing, and it's just like, guys, don't trust me with this stuff. Okay. Oh, I see what the issue is. It's just broken. All right. Well, for those of you on YouTube, hello. For those who aren't here, who are like, why did Kelly just join and like go off? Well, shoot. Give me a second. This thing might trip again. I'm gonna try this one more time. I might catch you in like 2 minutes. Give me a second. So I'm trying to see if it's gonna show up on. It was working so well earlier. I want to know what we did that cooked it.
Maybe doing two at once. Dude, you were getting a bunch of viewers though.
Oh, you're so right.
It was working so well earlier.
Oh, it's
I wanna know what
back.
we did
Look
that
at
cooked
that.
it.
All right, it's back. I think I can go live now.
I'm waiting for it. Dude, you were getting a bunch of viewers though.
Oh, you're so
It was
right.
working so well earlier.
Oh,
I
it's
wanna know what we
back.
did
Look
that
at
cooked
that. Okay, let's see if I'm gonna see if it's gonna work this time, but I should be good. I think we're good on YouTube. If we're good on YouTube, can we get thumbs up? And if we're good on Instagram, can we get some thumbs up? Like some thumbs up, because it's just I'm getting cooked right now. I should be good. I think we're good on YouTube. If we're good on YouTube, can we get a thumbs up? Okay, we're good on YouTube. That's awesome. That's awesome. And if we're good on, well, I don't see anything on Instagram yet. Wow. Someone said you look like you've gotten taller and your bone structure thickened. Well, I've been in the gym, so y'all should be proud of me. Kelly's been very consistent in the freaking gym. So hey.
Hey, just leave your live up while we fix it, but it's because I'm hearing YouTube from your Instagram.
Oh
Should
shoot.
be good. I think
That's what it is. I can hear.
we're good on
Just
YouTube.
me
If we're good on
hear
YouTube.
YouTube coming in from your Instagram. Like I can hear them both. I don't know if it's doing it on your YouTube.
Are y'all hearing that? Is it echoing? Oh, it is echoing.
I think it's because I'm hearing. Because remember they were delayed.
Yeah, but I don't know. It shouldn't still be echoing now. I just turned off the thingy. So
Hang up and check.
all right. Hey. Thank you guys for keeping me in the loop-de-loop. Yeah, but I don't know. It shouldn't still be echoing now. I just turned off the thingy. So all right. Can you hear me? It's still echoing? Oh my gosh. Guys, I'm not gonna lie. We might move everything to Instagram. Is that easier? Let me know if that's easier. I don't have a volume. Loop-de-loop. Turned out. Yeah, I don't know. Let me know if that's. Look at all this. We have so much to talk about today. Some people said it's still echoing. Some people said it isn't. My head is like cut. Why is this thing just cutting me off right here? Is it still? let me know if that's okay. Nobody. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. We have so much to do. If you can hear the echo, thumbs up. If you cannot hear the echo, no, don't put thumbs down. Switch it. If you cannot hear the echo, thumbs up. If you can hear the echo, thumbs down. Anyways, my Instagram is Kelly OG. Everything's Kelly OG. I really want us to get into this because I want you to see this beautiful thing above me. Talk about today, and I want you to see why.
Some people said it's
so
echoing.
important. Some people said it isn't. My head. I want to make sure that this thing is fit on the screen right now. But you know what? Thumbs down. I can't hear anything. That's the weird thing. I can't hear anything. Let me see if my audio on here, if I turn that off, I don't know. But I can't hear anything. All right. Like I said, we might just move this fully to Instagram. I think that might be easier. Y'all said turn my volume down. I don't have volume. I can't. Okay. Where am I at right now? I can't leak the location. I can't do that. No echo. Wow, the first, what time is it right now? The first 3, 4, 5 minutes of this live is going to be me doing sound check. I'm like, mic check 1 2, mic check 1 2. Okay. Okay, nobody hears the echo. There is a delay on YouTube and Instagram. I don't know which one is delayed a little bit more, but I think we're good to start. Everybody said there is no echo. So, yeah, I think we should be good to get this show on the road. See, Instagram just did the mic check. And obviously you guys aren't me, but I did the mic check probably 15 seconds ago. So that's actually kind of crazy. All right, echo is gone. Okay, let's go. I think we should be really, really good here. Everybody, I am so excited for this live. I have taken the longest hiatus from social media. I have taken the longest hiatus from trading. I've taken the longest hiatus from, I've just been living life. I've been loving God and just bettering myself. I've had a lot of personal things go on in my life that just kind of didn't allow me to focus. So my focus is back, but I've taken a lot of time to really work on myself. So a lot of you have been saying, Kelly, you look a little different, which is, to me, that's a compliment because I have really, like I said, I've been in the gym. Not only have I been in the gym, but I've really been making sure that I'm doing a lot to work on my own personal development. And I'm just so excited. Now I have something really special for you guys today. Something super special. But I wanted to cover a couple things. I wanted us to really make sure we could cover a couple things. So you're about to see me put a screen at the top, and I'm just going to type out the different things that I believe we should cover. So let's see if I can add a text box right here. 1. The 1 doesn't work? Really? The 1 doesn't work? That's crazy. That is crazy. Oh, no, not somebody's calling me a monkey. That's crazy. Well, you know what? My favorite animal is an emperor tamarin monkey. So, you know what? I'll take it. I really will take it. Why? Oh, it's in white. I was wondering. I said, why can I not see my text? But that's because it's in white. So let me go ahead and share this right here. Do you see add text? You do see add text. Okay, so some things we're going to cover today. Oh my gosh, thank you guys for calling me beautiful. Y'all said what's wrong with people. No, it's okay. Listen, one thing you'll learn about social media, guys, is I'm typing out these different things that I'm about to type out for you. But one thing you'll learn about social media is that the hate is a great reflection that you're doing something amazing. You're doing something so amazing that people feel the need to discredit it. They feel the need to tear it down, and they feel the need to make it, like they try to, I don't know. But me, I did have a period of time, probably lasted 2 months, where like, dang, I hated hate. And now I just see hate as a reflection of the person who's sending it. Let me tell you something, guys. When you are doing better than somebody, you want them to do better than you. When you are, it's very obvious that you're not doing better than somebody, then, it's kind of intimidating when you see them doing better than you. But let me tell you something. Doing better does not mean financially. Can we talk about that? Doing better is not a financial thing. Doing better is a mental thing. It's a physical thing. It's a spiritual thing. It's a mental, like overall, that's like mental. And so if you just feel like you're doing better in your relationships, and if you're doing better in your daily life, if you are upset with the way your life is, you're going to be upset with the way anybody that's enjoying their life is living it. But anyways, we're going to go over what is trading. I love how-tos, don't I? How to make $2,000 in a day, right? I told you guys 1,000. We're going to talk about 2,000. Then after that, we're going to get to, and I don't know if this thing is like streaming straight because I can't fully see it on my end, but I hope it is. How to make $2,000 in a day. What else did we say we're going to talk about? Oh, how to make $50,000. $560,000 would be great. Let me tell you that. By Christmas. And then what was the last thing I said? Let me see. I have like all three of my phones. So I have two right here, and then I have one right here. This is making sure my connection is straight because it's not. So if you text me right now or FaceTime me, please don't do that. It's going to make me a little sad. Had such a busy day, guys. Yeah, I have to go watch my Instagram story. Do not call this self-centered. Did y'all like the song I used? All right. Oh, we're breaking down the strategy. Okay, that would be the $2,000 day. And yeah. Yeah, sounds great to me. So I wonder if I could watch myself on live. Let me see if I could do that. I'd have to do it on my other phone, and I'm not really going to take that risk. Okay. I need you in that 50K. How that work? You need me. Let me tell you something. Only person we need in this life, if they are a person, is God. Amen to that. Are we right? Anyways, so we're going to go over what is trading, how to make $2,000 a day, how to make $50,000 by Christmas. You guys let me know if you would like to see me go on live more often, because if you do, then I'll do it. But yeah, we have a great number. We have about 350 people right now on YouTube. We have about 400 or about 500 people on Instagram. Do you know how amazing that is? Can we get a giant amen? Now, before we really get into this, I'm going to say a prayer. If you are not a Christian, then allow me to pray for you. And if you are a Christian, you can pray with me. Either way, you're getting prayed for. Okay. In Jesus' name, God, I please ask that each and every single person watching this live be impacted by it today, that it helps their life in ways that they couldn't even imagine. God, for you said that you will do exceedingly abundantly above all we could ever think or ask for. So what we believe we may benefit from this, allow it to be 20 times more. Anything that we're struggling with in our personal lives, I know me personally, you know that I've had a rough, incredibly rough, Lord have mercy, amen, incredibly rough 6 months. And so I can only imagine if I had a rough 6 months, that there were many other people that at the beginning of this year did not start anything like how they planned it to. But the beautiful part is that we are here right now today, which means that the blessings that you have for us moving forward will be 20 times better. Now, what I'm going to pray for each and every single person that is listening to this is that from this July 1st moving on, their life will only get exceedingly better, that anything that they've ever struggled with will not be an issue anymore, that their financial lives will prosper, that their relationships will prosper, that their careers will prosper, that their health will prosper, that anything they dealt with in the past, and now that it is July 1st, it is over. It is over. In Jesus' mighty name we pray. Amen. Can we all accept that? And again, like I said, if you're not a Christian, then I'm just happy to be able to have the ability to pray for you, because regardless, I'm going to pray for your success, even if we don't believe in the same God. Okay. All right. Hey, can somebody please tell my mom to join my live? She gives me a lot of motivation when she's on my live. You know what? I'm going to call her right now. Before we get into this, I'm going to say, Mama, can you please join my live? Because you're like my best friend. Okay? Cool? While everybody's getting the prayer, the amens, amens.
Okay, I'm there.
Oh, you're on my live, Mama?
Yes,
Ah!
bye.
Okay, bye. Sorry. All right. Okay. So we're just gonna get right into it. Okay. So what is trading? Okay. What is trading? Well, trading is I know Mama OG. Shout out to Mama OG. So trading can be a multitude of things, right? It can be trading commodities, which one of my favorite commodities, this would be known as futures, right? One of my favorite commodities is orange juice. Did you know that orange juice was something that you could trade and make money off of every single day? I mean, if we're talking about orange juice, let's just go. Look at me complaining about my slow Wi-Fi. Orange juice. Oh, so sorry. Didn't know that. So YouTube might be having some problems. But orange juice. Let me move this over. You can make money off orange juice and never even have orange juice or drink orange juice. Okay? That's insane, but that is a form of trading. That's what you'd call futures. So basically, orange juice right now ranges anywhere from $4 to, let's say, $7, $4 to $7. Now, let's say that in the future, you are like, hey, I think inflation's going to hit us so heavy, and orange juice is going to be worth $12. Well, guess what? You can buy orange juice, and if orange juice is now worth $12, you can sell it, and you make profit on each and every single. And it's not literal orange juice. This is just stuff in the market, right? So there's trading futures. There's trading in the stock market. Let me put next to our board our different types of trading, right? I'm going to go ahead and put a box right here for us. Just a box. It's going to help us keep up with our information. So there's trading one, futures. Now let me tell you something. I'm not a big futures girl, but I like trade futures on accident. What is trading? That's where we're at right now. Okay. Can this thing like adjust itself? So sorry guys for the technical difficulties. Okay. Next up, we're going to do what some of you know as, can we get a drum roll? A Ponzi scheme. But it's not. It's not a Ponzi scheme. It's not a pyramid scheme. But we have Forex. Now, what is Forex? Forex is, Kelly not being able to type. Forex is foreign exchange trading. Some of you already know this because you've been keeping up to date with my YouTube videos, which I do need to recreate because those are like 2-3 years old. But for those of you who do not know, screen is too big. All right, let me make it a little bit smaller for you guys. If that's helping, right? I don't know. Oh no. So my screen is too big on accident. I mean, on purpose. I didn't want to show the whole screen. I wanted us to focus on the key points. But anyways, foreign exchange trading is essentially when you can make money off of the fluctuation in price between different financial currencies in foreign countries. So if I think that the Japanese yen is going to sink, but the US dollar is going to buy, then I can now trade USD JPY. Right. If I think the Great British Pound is going to be worth less than the US dollar, then I can trade. Does anybody know what that would be called? GBP USD. So you can trade that, and it makes a lot of money. I mean, they all make a lot of money. That's why people trade. That's kind of why you're watching this right now. Am I right? And then 3 is my personal favorite. Here's the kicker, though. I kind of went viral a year ago because I blew up in Forex. And, oh my gosh, guys, I just remembered one part. We got to add to this. But I blew up in Forex because I had a challenge. I was like, I'm going to start with $1,000 and see what I can turn it into. For those of you who know what I turned it into, applaud to you. Now, I don't like posting profits anymore, but just so you know, it was pretty crazy. It was pretty crazy. It was. I got to give myself a pat on the back. I would tell you guys, but I don't know. I've grown out of, like, I took down all my posts that were like, I turned this to this, because I just felt like life is more about what you can do for other people, not about what you can do for yourself. And that was kind of something I had to mature into and realize. So some of you have known me since I was 18 on social media. I'm 22 now. All right. Yeah, I'm 22. Some of you still think I'm 40. It's not happening. We're not letting those rumors happen anymore. But 4 is teaching for free on live. Yeah. If we can get that. That's if my live cooperates with me, because right now it's kind of like frozen. But anyways, I don't know why I'm still seeing orange juice on my Instagram. That's the problem, right? But 3, we have the stock market. Now, the stock market is my personal favorite, simply because of the fact that I think it, quite frankly, is just, I'm used to it. It was the first thing that I kind of found success in. Thank you so much, Chima, for saying I don't look 40. Thank you, because you know I'm not. You were born when I was born. But yeah, options trading is super amazing because you're able to make hundreds of thousands of dollars within the span of just a couple minutes. So there was 2 actually Netflix series made on this. There's one, a docu-series, and then there's an actual movie. But I know a lot of you have probably heard about the GameStop and AMC situation, but mainly GameStop, where people literally, and I watched this with my own eyes, turn $200 into $40,000 overnight, or $5 into $100,000 overnight. Do you know how insane that is? $160,000 off $5. Could I win the lottery like that? But no, Kelly wanted to be the smart investor. So I said, I am not going to get into GameStop. And guess what? I didn't get into GameStop. And ask me how much money I made from it. Not a dime. Anyways, but if you want to watch it, on Netflix, there's a movie called Dumb Money, D-U-M-B, money, because people were making dumb money. You know what I mean? That's how they called it. And then there's also a docu-series, and it kind of tells the realistic aspect where, like, you know, some people made hundreds of millions of dollars. Some people made tens of millions. Some people made hundreds of thousands. Some people made tens of thousands. Some people lost tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, hundreds of millions. Anyways, so, but anyways, so that's what we have. And lastly, the last thing that I will add on there, but I'm going to put it out the box because I just don't dabble in this, is crypto. And just so you know, I will never trade for you. For those of you who don't know, I will never trade for you. I know. Shocker. A literal shocker. I would never trade for you. But if you get a fake Kelly OG, because I would like to put a Guinness World Record in for the most fake accounts in history. I've never seen somebody with more fake accounts than me. And you know what's even crazier is they all follow me. And I'm like, if you wanted to be a fake version of me, why would you let me know that that you exist? Isn't that crazy? Can we talk about it? Anyways, I would never trade for you. Please tell your mom and your aunt and your uncle and your sister and your grandpa's dog's owner, sister's cousin's friend's uncle's best friend, who actually lived next door to his ex-girlfriend, who actually cheated on him with 2 other boyfriends anyways, y'all get the point. But yeah, I'll never trade for you. Now, here's the thing. When we are talking about different types of trading, today we are not going to focus on futures. So I'm going to go ahead and delete that because I know you don't have a lot of time. I know you'd rather be doing anything else than basically sitting in class right now. That's what we're doing, guys. We are in class, and I know you'd probably be doing anything else. If you're like me, you'd probably be watching a documentary or reading. Okay, that's kind of boring. You probably won't want to be reading a documentary. Oh, let me add the I'll never trade for you. We're actually going to add that back. So some people are very weird of that. yeah, you'd probably be doing anything else. Maybe right now you're planning for dinner. What are you gonna eat for dinner? You let me know about that. Because one thing about me, I'll eat me some food. You know, somebody told me that I have big eyes and a small stomach. Because if I take one bite of an appetizer, I'm full. I'm so full. But I will order like 17 things on the menu. So, anyways, today we're going to talk about the foreign exchange market and the stock market. Let me tell you something. I'm going to put this in gold because I don't want you guys to get it confuzzled. I thought it let me put one in. Okay. Anyways, I am a stock market fan. Actually, I'm so much so of a stock market fan that let me show you this right here. This morning, I was able to help one of my friends make $2,300 on an Apple trade that we are going to be breaking down. I'm going to show you how easy it is to make this $2,000 in a day because it was so simple. I literally charted it in like 2.3 minutes, aka 2 minutes and what's a third of 60? 2 minutes, 20 seconds. It precisely took me that long. Yeah. To be able to learn it. Now, I know some of you have been asking me, you've been saying, Kelly, do you do in-person classes? And I do. I actually have one open right now for the first time. For the first freaking time. Kelly has decided to go in person and teach you because I have a goal to make you, hold on, we got to highlight this so you know how serious it is. I have a goal. Why? We're just going to do it like this. I have a goal to make you $50,000 by Christmas. I have a goal, at least 100 people, but like if I do more, that's even crazier. But I want to make you $50,000 by Christmas. I don't care how much money you start with. Obviously, the more money, the frickin' better. Frickin' wasn't even the correct, like that didn't even belong there. But anyways, fun fact about Kelly, she does not cuss. If you catch me cussing, well, it was probably one of my fake accounts because it wasn't me. Anyways, so we're going to make $50,000 by Christmas. Let me slow down. I'm getting excited. And here's the thing. I started with $26 when I first started trading. With the next day, I made $400. By the end of the week, I made $1,100. That's $26 to $1,100. By the end of 2 weeks, I turned $26 to $3,300. By the end of 2 months, I turned $26 to $26,000. Within 9 months, I'd made over $100,000 trading in the stock market. And for those of you who might know my Forex story, go ahead and put a very similar story to the Forex one and just multiply it by like 5. But anyways, so I kind of have a lot of skin in the game. I also have been, I guess, one of the most followed traders for the past couple years. Now, let me tell you something that doesn't really mean anything to me. Numbers. Let me tell you what means a lot to me. You do. You mean a lot. I know. Don't be shy. But you mean a lot to me. So whether I only had 2 people supporting me or I had 200,000 people supporting me, I don't look at it like, whoa, I have 200,000 people supporting me. I look at it like if we're on YouTube right now, I have Kalila, I have Ebony, I have Terrain, I have Sean, I have Raha, I have Kelvin. If we're looking on Instagram, I have the Kelly OG fan page. Okay. Oh my gosh. I have Patricia. I have True to This. Is your name True? I have Miss Tracy Jones. I have the midwife nurse. Okay, I have Tony. I have Rainbow. I even have my cousin Nicole, who's off to the side, supporting me. So that's freaking awesome. So I am just super excited for each and every single one of you. As you guys know, sometimes I will DM you back. Now my DMs are actually pretty crazy, but when I do get the chance, I do try to DM you, check in with you, and as much as possible. Somebody said I'm flirting with you guys, but maybe I am. Are you opposed to that? Like, are we opposed to us in this room right now? I'm playing. Okay, I'm doing too much joking. Let's get into the actual learning because like I said, you guys have things to do and we have money to make. So we are not going to take too much time focusing on what doesn't need to be focused on. Somebody said this looks like a recording. Let me tell you something. This is live and my Wi-Fi is terrible. So I'm going to move because this Wi-Fi is not good. But anyways. Okay. So we've talked about what Forex trading is. It's foreign exchange trading. Now, the stock market is actually how all the billionaires make their money. They do it by long-term investing. They do it by putting it in stuff that is trustworthy, and they stay true to it. So anyways, we're going to get into that. And like I said, I do have my very first in-person class. Let me go ahead and Let me show you this. Please ignore what I just did. I know I did a whole lot of. But I have my very first in-person class, and I'm about to post that link for you to take a quiz to see if you're. See, here's the thing. I really don't want to talk about the class because, like, I am so excited for it, so unbelievably excited that the more I talk about it, the more nervous I get because I obviously want to get you to the point to where trading is so easy to you that $1,000 a day is a really bad day for you. Like, not that I want you to get desensitized to even making $200 in 2 minutes, but like, I want you to get used to it and I want you to be appreciative of it regardless. But I'm just going to briefly just post that link. Listen, there's a quiz you have to take because unfortunately, here's the thing. Like I said, for me, I personally speaking, would love to take everybody all at once. I would. My team beats me up every day because they say, Kelly, you have such a kind heart. And I said, I know I'm supposed to. And they're like, yeah, but here's the thing. We're going to go broke if your kind heart just continues to help everyone for free because we simply cannot help 700,000 people all at once. And I'm like, but who said that? When I serve a living God. So that's why I am going to try my absolute hardest to put out as much free content as possible. But for those of you who do want to learn in person, because I want to have a more personalized experience with you, I want you to be able to pick up the phone and be like, hey, what do you think about this? And me or somebody on the team, but sometimes it'll obviously be me, will be like, don't do this, don't do this, don't do this, don't do this. Now, of course, it's not going to be free. I have to tell you that right now. I wish it was freaking free. It's not free. But I believe when you pay attention. And because I could see just how unbelievably serious you guys are, like we have 1,000 people live right now watching me like, oh my gosh, I should be a Twitch streamer. What the heck? And I'm like, but we have 1,000 people live currently. And I just want to give some appreciation to that. But I believe, like I said, when you pay attention. And I want to make sure that I can actually help a select few people really be able to get that personalized attention. And obviously the goal is that the more we grow, the more money we can make. So we have to think from a business angle, but also like, let me tell you something. No business works without the proper results of their product working. So we have to generate results. Like if I don't make people $50,000 by Christmas, I am going to be completely discredited online. So I'm just going to drop the link in the chat and you can do with that what you will. We're going to pin that. Let me do it over here as well on YouTube. We're just going to, can I pin that? I don't know how to pin on YouTube. Oh, I can. So whenever you have the free time, you could just take the quiz. It's for our in-person mastermind. There are a lot of really special things going on that weekend. Now, here's the thing. You guys are so unbelievably serious. This is the last time I'm going to talk about it for right now because I need to make sure that I actually show you how we made $2,300 for those of you who don't know. See that? How did we do that? How do we do that in 2 minutes? Well, 24 minutes. But for those of you who can't copy it, I'm going to put it in my bio. Listen, don't feel pressured. The thing is, though, we only have a few interviews set up because what happens is you take the quiz. If you're able to come, we set up an interview with the team. I have to go through every single interview and say yes or no, or right there on the call, they're going to send me a message like, hey, we do like this person. And my team like knows my taste. Guys, I really want people that are serious. I started out teaching people for free. I spent like 18 hours of my day, wake up from sun up to sundown, teaching people for free, and people just didn't pay attention. Do I think you're that person? No. That's obviously why we're on live right now. But yeah, it's going to be a select number of people. Our goal is to do more of these after we generate those results. But yeah, just take the quiz whenever you feel free, but do feel the need to do it as soon as possible because I can't guarantee how soon that interview will be made up. But yeah, again, like I said. Anyways, let's get into this. Do you know what this is right here? We're going to talk about stocks for right now. Next time, if you guys do enjoy these lives, we'll talk about Forex probably, or just whatever you recommend. I'll probably post it on Instagram. What do you want to recommend? What do you want us to go over? But today we're going to go over Apple. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to the beginning of today. Let me show you Apple. I got to see what part it's at. Cool. We're going to move it right here. Wow. So right now I'm on the 5-minute time frame. So we're going to have to do a lot of explaining because some of you are about to get very confused. But please, I pride myself on knowing that I can teach people things in a very simple manner because that's all I really care about. But anyways, yeah, so I pride myself on that. So I want to make this as simple as possible for you. And I want to also address an elephant in the room, or for the person that called me a monkey earlier, the monkey in the room. Yes, I want to address what you guys are saying about me. I'm not a monkey, but my favorite animal is the emperor tamarin monkey. And somebody called me a monkey earlier, so I just wanted to make sure that we kind of clarified that. But so I'm a very honest and open person. I'm a very transparent person. I'll tell you a lot of things that make sense. There's a reason we're doing this live right now. You know why? My in-person event is $8,500 right now. It was $15,000. It was. And I fought my team. I will literally play a voice message of me telling my team, I know it's $15,000, but listen, I'm not genuinely like concerned about the money. I do very well for myself. I do very well for myself from trading. I do very well for myself, not even from the business. I don't have a business right now. Like I shut it down. We don't make a single dollar. But yeah, I've just been living life. Shout out to YouTube. They pay me. So that's awesome. But other than that, like, guys, I'm not pressed for your money. I'm not. However, we do need a serious barrier of entry. We do need to create as many results as possible. So I understand that not everybody will be able to pay $8,500. Completely cool. That's why we're on live right now doing it for free. All right. Now, obviously, like I said, if you want a more personalized experience, if you want to be able to talk to me in person, if you want to be able to message me and tell me like, hey, Kelly, I'm struggling with this on my trading. I'm struggling with this on my trading. How can I do this better? Kelly, what's your favorite strategies? What are all your strategies? Like if there's anything you want from me in regards to trading, that's what the mastermind is for. And like I said, it's going to be something that is more personalized. I can't do these lives every single day, but I can communicate with you every single day for the most part. Whenever we do the mastermind. So somebody said, then do it for free if you're not about the money. Listen, I'm not about the money, but I need to live. Gosh dang. Like you guys want me to, listen, let me tell you something. If I didn't have this camera right here, you can't even see my desktop monitor. I should show you guys that right now. Let me show you exactly what my setup is looking like. Right? All right, I took a picture. I'm going to put it up to the screen. Let's see if it'll like focus. Do you see that? This is what, let me make sure I don't have anything suspicious. Anyways, this is what I'm doing right now. I have 4 different tabs open. I have a crazy expensive $5,000 camera behind. I actually have like 4 of these cameras. I have 2 different lights. I have a PC that cost me over $5,000 that I probably should use more. And then I also have a microphone system that obviously I'm talking to you through. So in order for me to produce this, what a lot of people won't do, I have to spend money. In order for us to spend money to create the best experience possible for you, yeah, we kind of got to make money. Do I wish this was a world that we operated from for free? Then, yeah. Anyways, just wanted to say that. Guys, we've been talking for a long time. I really appreciate each and every single one of you that have been patient. But let's get into this, okay? Let's really get into this. Anyways, let's see. So if you can see on my screen right here, this is Apple. For those of you who don't know what Apple is, right? For those of you who don't know what Apple is, well, Apple is probably the thing you're watching this on right now. You see this? Well, I got to look for the actual logo. You see this? That's Apple. And Apple has a stock, meaning you can actually make money off of Apple's movements. Oh my gosh. Excuse me, I'm so sorry. So you can actually make money off of Apple's movements, and because you can make money off of Apple's movements, that's what we're gonna do. So I'm gonna show you just how. Remember, I told you it took me 2 minutes and 20 seconds, so you can time me. Just how quickly I was able to predict exactly what Apple was gonna do, and we were able to make. Hold on, let me show you again. $2,300 in 24 minutes. So, anyways, I'm gonna show you that, and then I'm gonna address some of your questions because I see a lot of them popping up. All right. Okay. Let me come back here and show you Apple. All right. So I'm going to move this over here, guys, because I want y'all to still see what we got on the list. This right here is Apple. I'm going to go back in time. This is cheating. I know it's cheating, but this is actually what we did. So the stock market opens every day at 8:30 CST. That is 9:30 EST. That is 6:30 PST for those of you on the West Coast. Can we get a West Coast baby? Okay. Anyway, so this is what price looked like at 8:30. I am on the 5-minute time frame. Why am I on the 5-minute time frame? Because I want to see how price moves every 5 minutes. Okay, that's obviously why I'm on the 5-minute time frame. Now, I need you to be patient with me here because some of you don't say, Kelly, I am not going to pay you $8,000, but you don't have to. That's why we're on live. I'm not going to pay you $8,000, but I want to make $50,000 by Christmas. This is how you make it for free. So don't tell me, Kelly, you're charging too much. I'm not charging you anything for this right now. I am actually spending a lot of money for this right now. Anyways, so this is how it started. Now, I'll be honest, I was still at the gym. I went to the gym this morning at 7:30. Had a really cool talk with my trainer, and then my ear was hurting me because I got a second piercing. Don't tell my mom. But anyways, so I was a little bit late to the office where I trade. I'm not at the office right now, but anyway, so we're gonna go. I arrived at the office at around 9:45. Okay, so we're gonna forward this. Every time you see a candlestick, it's going to be 5 minutes of price moving. So this is 8:30. So if I go next, what's this one gonna be? If you can see the bottom of the screen, it says 8:35. So then the next one is going to be 8:40. The next one is going to be 8:45. The next one is going to be 8:50. We're going to go all the way to 9. Let me go ahead and I want to redo this real quick while you guys are catching up. I see some of you are kind of paying attention. For those of you who ask what I use to trade stocks, I use TD Ameritrade, Charles Schwab, Thinkorswim. TD Ameritrade is bought by Charles Schwab, so they're no longer TD Ameritrade, but I do use Thinkorswim. Anyways, I'm going to retype this because some of you were like, why do you have a random link? Is that spam? No, I'm not a scammer. Oh my gosh. So we're going to redo that. Pin. And then we're going to unpin this message. Pin. Guys, I'm not charging you a dime for this. Can we get that discourse? Can it stop? I'm not charging you a dime for this. Anyways, 8:50, and I'm just gonna go all the way to about 45. Let's see, 9:30. Then we have 9:35. Then we have 9:40. Then we have 9:45. Okay, so this is around where I arrived. Okay, when I came. For a lot of you, this is gonna look very confusing. I'm here to make it simple. So again, just be patient with me. And by the end of this, if you don't understand charts just a little bit, you should probably watch my YouTube videos. Yeah, I had to. Guys, that's the only way I get paid right now. I told you, I shut down all my business. I don't charge for anything except for this upcoming in-person mastermind. But anyways, so let's see. 9:45. I'm trying to remember exactly where I was with price and where was I at? Okay. No, no. We're going to push closer to 10:30 because, okay, write this down if you have your notes out, anybody. The most volatility in the market is 9 a.m. Do not trade when market opens. You are gambling with your life. And yes, trading is strategic gambling, but we at least want to use the strategic part, not just the gambling part. So 9 a.m. and 11 a.m. 9 a.m. and 11 a.m. You may find some more volume at 12. Now that is CST because I'm based in Texas, D-Town. No? Okay. But anyways, so 9 a.m. CST. Why 9 a.m. CST? Because everyone has started trading. There's been a little bit more of a trend, and then people really start pushing when they clock in. That's going to be 10 a.m. Well, that's really just going to be 30 minutes after market opens. Now, why 11 a.m. CST? Because at 12 p.m. is when everyone kind of starts going to go. Well, really 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. is when everyone starts going on break. So you see a lot of people quickly selling or buying into positions. After they come back from their lunch break, guess what? We have some more volume at 1 p.m. because everybody is back from lunch. But I really like 11 a.m. I really like 9 a.m., but 1 p.m. you'll also find it. So at around 10:30, we're going to push there, right? I had this consolidation, okay? So what did I see? Right here, I saw a high. Why did I see a high? Because that was the last highest point the price was at. And think of the stock market like a very toxic relationship. You're going to go back to the highs, and sometimes you're even more attracted to the lows. Sometimes the arguments are kind of fun. That's the truth. I know. Toxicity. And now I don't want you to be happy about arguments in your relationship if you are in one, but I'm just saying sometimes you're really going to like the highs. Sometimes you're really going to like the lows. Don't like the lows, but it's just natural. Sometimes it's what we're attracted to. Sometimes we meet somebody that has absolutely everything and we miss the person that gave us absolutely nothing or that gave us absolute like torture. It's just life. Think of the stock market like that, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here. You're not going to see it, but you're about to see it. And I'm going to draw a horizontal line. Do you see that black line? Yeah. That black line is this right here. That is the most recent high. Why? Because price is either going to come and attack this high or price is going to come and, all right, let's see if I can show you this in a period that makes sense. Okay, this is about to get confusing. I want you to strap on your thinking caps or no, your learning caps because I'm about to make this very confusing, but I want you to kind of see what we just did. Okay, now normally I would get this done in, like I said, 2 minutes. You're learning. It might take us 20, but like I said, it's 20 minutes of your life that can make you $2,000 tomorrow if you really get it, or $2,000 within the next 2 months, not over the course of 2 months, but you might have a $2,000 day, and that's what I really want for you. So please just be patient, guys. I have to always ask people this because people want it right now, and TikTok and short form content has made our attention span so short. And I'm not here to just show you a funny video. I'm here to freaking change your life. That's what I want to do. I want to be able to give you an opportunity to feed your family in a way you've never done before, in the same way I was able to do for mine. So anyways, I'm going to go to the 30-minute time frame, not because I necessarily need it, but because I just want to show you something that I noticed. So where is it? We are on Apple. We're not gonna take it. No, we're not gonna take it. We're not gonna take it anymore. All right, sorry, guys. I was checking a text. Okay. Let me go back to the 5-minute briefly. Okay. I want you guys to notice something. So this is what I call, oh, well, let me mark it for you. I got to make sure you can see it. Okay, you can. This is what I call a gap. It's actually one of my favorite ways to make money in the market. One of my favorite ways. High key. You know why? Because whenever there is a gap in price, right, I'm about to cheat it for you. Look, every time there's a gap in price, 99% of the time, price will always come back to fill in that gap. Do you see that? See how price bought up right here? I'm going to zoom into it to make it easier for you to view. See how price bought up? This was where price closed. We're going to have to learn about candlesticks. Now, there's something called the Candlestick Bible. You can learn about it for free. If you want to know more in depth, well, you won't really get as in depth with the Candlestick Bible, but that's completely free. And if you are coming to my in-person mastermind, we are going to attack candles like you've never attacked candles before. But just know that a red candle means price was down, and an up or green candle, means price was up. So you see, price ended up. It started up, but eventually came back down. And I want you to see right here. I'm going to draw it like this, and I'm going to change the color. Uh-oh. Okay, that did not help my case. Okay, that didn't help my case either. Let's make it like, okay, let's not make this one pink because that's just making this difficult for you guys to view right now, and I don't want to do that. I'm about to move the screen over for those of you who can't see. Okay. So as you can see, this area right here is the gap. We're going to type that out just because I believe that it's easier for you. Now, why did I move that there? The gap fill. Okay. Somebody said, how much money do they need to start trading? $1. Will it make your life more difficult? Yes. But here's the truth. Put all your money into education first, if you have to, which is market tuition. You're going to lose money in the market regardless. You're going to lose money in the market. So if you think I'm not going to pay for education, whether that's somebody else's course, whether that's my mastermind, whether that's a freaking book, whether you say I'm not going to spend any money, that's cool. You're going to send money to the market anyways. I've spent over 6 figures losing in the stock market and foreign exchange market. But anyways, so this is our gap fill, this gray area. Down here is what we would call support. Why? Because it's an area price bounces off of. Think of the floor you are standing on right now. Okay? For those of you, it's not as difficult as it seems, but it is very difficult when you're first starting. I'll tell you that right now. But think of the floor that you're standing on. That is supporting you. If you were to jump right now, guess what you're going to do? Land on the floor. That is your support. Now, if you were in a building that was, not that freaking tall, freaking didn't even make sense there, Kelly. Come on. Anyways, if you were in a building that wasn't that tall and you jumped as high as you could, your head's eventually going to hit a resistance point. You won't be able to move anymore. So because of that, right, there is something called resistance. So we're going to stretch this even further for you to understand. I wonder if you guys can see a major resistance point. Uh-oh. Why? Because look, this right here, as you can see, price likes to come to it. Notice how every time we buy into it, we sell out of it. We buy into it, we sell out of it. Let me go ahead and mark that for you. As you can see, we buy into it, we sell out of it. We buy into it, we sell out of it. We buy into it, we sell out of it. Why? Because that is resistance. Price is having trouble breaking above it. I'm going to go ahead and add a note for you guys. But please, if you were taking notes, please make sure that I'm about to move this for you guys. Has difficulty breaking above. Right? Let me do it like this. Resistance means price has difficulty breaking above. Now, what does support mean? Support means price has difficulty breaking below. We're about to see support again, right? So this right here is what we would call resistance. Now, if we're going to look for support, I'm going to remove these lines because I just think when there's too much stuff on a screen, it makes it difficult to read. If you can, I want you to secretly, real quick, think, where would support be? Okay, if you said this area, then you are correct. Why? Because, and I want you to also see it as a range as well, because sometimes support and resistance isn't just perfect lines. It can be ranges. Anyways, support is down here because price has difficulty breaking below, right? It comes here. Now, why did it do that? Don't do me like that. Anyways, it comes here. It bounces back up. It comes here. It bounces back up. It comes here. It bounces back up. It comes here. And guess what it did? It broke, right? And that's a point where you'd make money off of. But here's the cool thing about trading, right, guys? Even though it broke, I'm going to have to decrease the size of you. Even though it broke right here, look at where it stopped at. If we come right here, what's this? Let me put shift to make that thing straight. What is that? What is that? That is support. That is support. So, again, support and resistance will change your life. And then we're going to combine it with one more thing. But let's come back here. I'm going to delete these. I will probably post this afterwards for those of you who are struggling, just because I really like when a chart looks clean. I think when there's just too much movement, you kind of lose track of what you're even looking at. All right. Did I just remove everything on this? Oh, it's okay. See the things I do for you guys. Love y'all. Love y'all so much. All my markups are gone. It's okay. I'll do it again. It's life. So anyways, like I was saying, we had a gap to fill right here that is not fully filled. Until that gap gets filled, and there's even another one. If I go to I'll go to like the 1 hour. I don't actually like trade on these levels. I put them here so that it's easier for me to go back. I stick to the 5 minute for the most part. For those of you who are wondering, what does Kelly look at? The 5 minute is just cool. Anyway, so we have this gap fill. And that's going to be an area that we target price to fully come back and attack. That's going to be very important in the future. In the meantime, let's go back to what I was looking at today. So remember, this was our high. You want to usually target price's most recent high. I want to make sure you can see it. Yes, you can. So this is price's most recent high. We're going to try and target that, or we're going to try and target this gap. Let me tell you something nobody would tell you about when it comes to trading, okay? Nobody is going to tell you, well, I'm about to tell you, so I guess somebody is. But nobody is going to tell you about how when you are trading, do not be biased. Do not say, well, price has been in a downtrend, so it's probably going to continue going down. Or price has been in an uptrend, so it's probably going to continue going up. Listen, you do not predict the markets, you react to them. So if price starts to go down, then you react to it. But I always plot for both sides. I always plan for both sides. I plan for if price is going to buy and if price is going to sell. That's what we're going to see here. If price is going to buy, we're going to pass this high. We may even go and target this high all the way over here, right? Or no, sorry, this high right here, which would be right. Oh man, I don't think you can see my screen. I want to make sure you can see my screen. This high right here. Okay? That would be what I would call, if we're going to put a name on it, price target 1 and price target 2. Here's the truth though. Okay, I can't spell, but here's the truth. I actually don't like having more than one price target because then I start to feel like I need to make a little bit more money than I actually need to make. The truth is, greed is what's going to mess you up in this game of trading. Greed is going to make you try and make decisions based off of how much money you want to make and not just based off the knowledge and skill that you already have acquired. But anyways, it's going to be price target 1 and price target 2. That's for if price is going to buy. So we're going to put a giant buy, and then we're going to talk about if price is to sell. Like I said, for those of you who are like, Kelly, how do I make $50,000 by the end of the year? I don't want to pay you a dime. You don't have to. This is how we're doing it. So don't pay me a dime if you don't want to. But don't say I'm wasting your time if you're not paying attention. Wait, dime and time? That kind of rhymed. Oh my gosh. Look at me. Look at me. Anyways, so like I said, around 10, this is 10:10. I'm on the 5 minute. We're going to go to like 10:30. Right. This is around where I caught price. I'm about to introduce something new to you that you have not seen before. So before I introduce that to you, what we're going to do is I'm going to set 2 more lines. All right. So we have this one already, which is a price target. Now we're going to look for what we call entries. We already know what our price target kind of will be for down here, right? We already kind of know what our price target's going to be. Now, before we fully get into that, let's talk about our entries because I always plot for both sides. Don't listen to anybody. Don't listen to anybody who tells you price is 100% going to buy or price is 100% going to sell. It's not a thing. So anyways, for those of you who are wondering, how do I, like how much money do you start with when it comes to trading to be able to make $1,000, $2,000 in a day? It doesn't matter. Compounding and consistency is what matters. As long as you continuously take your time to try and grow your account, well, guess what? You're going to get to those $1,000, $2,000 days. The problem is everybody wants it tomorrow. But in order to get there tomorrow, you got to start with it today. That's what we're doing right now. So first thing we're going to look at, can anybody find the support or resistance? I'm going to draw 3 very random lines. and we're going to guess, is it support or is it resistance or is it none? So right now we are looking for support and resistance. So we have A, we have B, and what did I just do? We have B and we have C. Okay? Boom. We have A, B, and C. What we're looking for right now is resistance. Okay? Resistance. Which one of these, A, B, or C, is resistance? Just go ahead and comment it right now. And when you're able to comment it, then we should be good. A, B, or C. Okay, somebody said B, somebody said A. All right. I see a whole lot of A's. I see some C's. I see some B's. Well, let me tell you something. Did you remember that the company that we are looking at right now is A is for Apple? Yes. So A is actually going to be our resistance. Now, somebody asked a very brilliant question that I don't want you to get confused by. And this is why I like to say personally that courses don't fully help people, because when you watch a course and they make it look simple, but then you have a question like this one I'm about to ask that somebody just asked, you don't have anybody that's actually going to answer you. That is what I'm trying to change in the landscape of education. Because every time that we have grown up in life, we've had a teacher to ask, we've had a tutor to ask, we've had a mentor to ask, we've had a teacher's assistant, we've had a professor, we've even had a boss or a manager or a supervisor. We've always had help. But when it comes to actually learning something that can change your life, nobody wants to help. Kelly's not doing that anymore. I'm not taking none of that. I didn't have that. It took me like 2 years to truly get it down. You don't need that anymore. You need like 2 months. If better, 2 days. Like, we don't have time to waste when every day that God gives us is valuable to the progression of our lives. And if it's going to take me 2 years to get to where I needed to be yesterday, I don't want it. But if I have to, obviously I'll do it. I'm trying to solve it where before everybody had to. Now they won't need to. Anyways, so A is correct because somebody asked the question. They said, shouldn't it be the wick? So the reason these are called wicks is because if you have a candle, and I actually have a candle right behind me that I would grab. It smells so good. It smells so good. It smells like strawberry shortcake. I think that's actually the name. Anyways, candles have the body and then you have the wax at the top, right? That's the wick. Some people believe the support and resistance is going to be the wick. I personally do both. And that gets really confusing. Sometimes if all the wicks match up, but I mean like consistent wicks, and I'm going to show you an example that I just caught literally right now. If consistent wicks match up, then yes, I will call it support or resistance. If consistent bodies, aka 1, 2, and then like the combination with the wicks right here, match up, then I'll call it resistance. Why? Because either way, price either broke but couldn't hold, or price couldn't break it at all. And that means that's a major psychological level, okay? That means that's that toxicity. That toxicity is like, I really miss him, but I know, not going back. But I do miss him, not going back. Maybe I should. I'm going to send him a text, right? When you send him a text, what happens? That's the wick. But then you're like, I'm not following through. And that's the candle. So again, it's the similar, I like to look at trading like relationships, not because it actually has to do with relationships, but history repeats itself. And when it comes to trading and technical analysis, everything is going to be similar to how we usually go back to uncomfortable situations or we stay in situations that are really benefiting us. But anyways, so either way, it can be both. Now, I said I'd show you an example right here. If you look right here, what do we see? Oh, I was trying to stretch that actually. Let me see if I can stretch that out for you. We see wick hitting. We see, let me go ahead and circle that for you so you can really see it. Where's my pencil? Where is my pencil? Give me a second, guys. I cannot find my pencil. And if I don't find my pencil, it's not going to be okay. Okay, anyways. Boom, sorry. Wick right there. We have a wick right here, and we have a wick right here. But I want you to see the coolest part of this is that some people are too focused on the wick that they actually don't realize that when there was a wick, there actually was rejection. And then come here, we break through, but guess what? We don't hold. We come back, rejection, rejection, rejection. So many people will be too focused on all the wicks need to touch that they are forgetting about the actual rejection. So again, that's why, like I said, my resistance points and support points, they're just going to be what makes sense. Oh my gosh, you know what I just realized too? In us looking at where the wicks touched, we accidentally just found support. I wasn't even looking at this area right here. We were all the way back here, guys. We were back in the past, but now we're back to the future. Marty McFly. We were back to the future, and looks like we found support. So here's the cool thing. We don't even really have to go over it because you just found your entry points. So just as a quick rebuff, because for some of you, we're all over the place, and like we want to make sure this makes sense where it makes sense. How did we get to this point? How are we at this level? Where did we get these stuff? So I'm going to go ahead and change the colors to make it easier for you. So we'll make this green, and we will make this one green. Because remember, these are our first and second price targets if I move price like this, but I want to widen it out for you to see. Sorry about the aggressive movement. I'm really sensitive to making sure you're actually learning the way that you need to. I really hate when people teach like they already know, because like, yes, you know, but the person you're teaching has no idea what A plus B means because they haven't learned what A plus B means. So if you're trying to get them to see, you have to break down A and B, even if you already know A and B. Anyways, so here's what we did for those of you who are confused. Real quick, I'm not going to be able to see what anyone says because I'm going to make this bigger just to make sure you can see it. Let me actually downsize this. Okay, cool. It did not make it bigger, but it's cool. It's not like I'm complaining or anything, you know? But what we did first is this is where price was at 10:30 or 10:20, same difference. We know that major volume happens at 9 a.m. and 11 a.m. CST. We want to see if we can catch major volume before 11 a.m. because that's when everybody puts in their movements before they go home. Or not home, they go to lunch. Everybody on Wall Street. So they're either going to go to lunch, and because they're going to lunch, they're just going to enter a trade and forget about it, or they're going to sell out of a trade because they're going to go to lunch and they want to go buy an $18 bagel because that's New York City prices for you. Like, are you serious? $18 bagel I got from New York. 18. Anyways, so first thing we did is we found the nearest high because price always goes back to its familiar highs and its familiar lows. Why? Because like I said, price is toxic. Sometimes they are going to go back to the really good situation, which is the high, or sometimes they're going to miss the really bad situation. I don't know why, but that's just how it is. And our other option, right, is we have a gap fill. So 3 things we're looking at right now, because we're about to add in one more that's going to throw you off your rocker. First thing was we're looking at support and resistance to find our highs and our, well, okay, maybe 4, because you're going to find your high and you're going to find your low. This is our current low. Okay, that did not look the way I wanted it to look. This is our current low. So this whole area right here is all we're looking at. Too many people want to go out and look at everything the prices. No. Don't complicate trading. We're not doing that here. So, like I said, we found our previous high. We're going to ignore the price target too, because like I said, for now we will ignore it. We found our previous high. We found our previous low. Okay? Those are the ones in green. Then we also identified a gap fill, meaning price made a gap. It didn't fill. What do gaps do? 99%, not 100, but 99% of the time, they will fill when activated correctly. Some people just automatically say like, hey, I'm going to get into this trade because I want price to go to the gap, and the gap may not hit for 4, 5, 6, 7 days. So you lose money for 4, 5, 6, 7 days. And yeah, anyways, so it was actually Brooklyn. I got the bagel for the person that said I got it in Manhattan. It was Brooklyn. But anyways, so like I said, highs are in green, high and lows in green. We have our gap, and then we have our entry. Our entry was found with basic support and resistance. If price breaks above resistance, it's going to go to the nearest high. You know why? Let's break it down in relationship terms, okay? If I end up breaking through the resistance of sending that text, I'm probably going to go back. And if I break through the support of standing strong, I'm going back to that low. Think of trading like a relationship, and it becomes 20 times easier. The great times, if we miss the great times at any point when we are separated from where we're supposed to be, and that's trading, is it's constantly just separated, okay? It's doing all this consolidation. If at any point we miss the highs and we can't hold back, we're not standing on business any longer, we're gonna go back. And if at any point we miss the lows, because you miss both, right? If at any point you miss the lows, guess what? You're not standing on business any longer. You're going to the low. Remember that. I really want you guys to remember that. That made it so much easier for me when I started looking at price at like a relationship. And unfortunately, I do have experience of that. We're not going to talk about that at all. But anyways, excuse me. So we found our support and resistance because I'll get rid of this because somebody was asking, why do you not call support or resistance the wicks? I like when price closes above because it shows extreme strength. Extreme strength. Closing above is like you sent the text and then you met up with them. Why would you do that? Like send the text and just don't ever text back, but don't meet up with them. But guess what you did? And now I really feel like you're going to go back to them because that was insane intention. But anyways, so here we go. Resistance, support. These are our entries. When price breaks above this, we enter. When price breaks below it, we enter. Now I want you to see one last thing before we execute this trade. It does not take this long to find a trade. However, we are learning, and I am patient with you. So I don't want you to think it takes this long. Just a quick pub while you guys are refreshing your brains. If you want to learn in person, you can take the quiz to see if you can set up a time with my team. Now, I'll tell you the truth. We are not what most people would call cheap, but that's because we have a lot of value. And I didn't ever hear anybody complain about when the top of the top. Yeah, I just said we're the top of the top. And who's going to argue with me? Who else do you see going live like this, really breaking it down to you? Don't tell me anybody else, please, because it's going to ruin my confidence. But anyways, so I'm just playing. So if you want to take the quiz, then absolutely feel free to. Our goal is to make 100 people. It could be more, it could be less, but just make one person $50,000 by Christmas. And so we really want to work intimately with you to make sure that happens and have you actually have somebody that is with you as you're starting to trade and you don't feel alone. Anyway, so here are our entries. Here's the last thing we're going to bring in. Has anybody ever heard of a pennant flag? You know, like your college flag? Let's see, we searched up orange juice earlier. Let's go ahead and search up pennant flag, right? You know these things? Anybody? Y'all aren't familiar? Okay, some of us are familiar. Okay. Anyway, so pennant flag. That's what we're about to do right now. So what we're going to do, as you can see, this is the stem. You see that stem? You see that stem? Here's our stem. Do you see that? Oh my gosh. And next, what do we have after the stem? Uh-oh. What am I about to draw right now? Stop. What is that? It's a pennant flag. See, we had our stem down here. I might make that like 20 times more bold for you to kind of really realize. Make it pink. No, we won't. We'll make it purple. Now, I'm going to show you this pennant flag trading because this is an actual trading pattern. So if we come here, we have what we call a bullish pennant. Oh, well, you can't even see it because my screen. Let's see if it'll do it if I put it right here. Boom. Okay. This thing is, there we go. We have a bullish pennant, meaning price comes from the bottom and then it goes up. Or we have a bearish pennant, meaning price comes from the top and then it continues going down. So we either have uptrend going up or downtrend continuing down. So when you see this, even though I kind of cheated for you, what do you see this is? For those of you who are new, we are figuring out how to make $2,000 in a day because that is what happened today. For those of you who forgot, just made $2,300 on Apple. Like, we did it in 24 minutes. That was easy. But right now it's going to be a little difficult to you, and I understand that, so I'm trying to make it easy. But let's go back. What does this look like to you? Bullish? Is it coming from below, or is it coming from... Okay, so a lot of you got it right. It is bullish. Now, some of you were like, hey, Kelly, like I trade Forex. I don't trade stocks. That's cool. They work the exact same way. How do I know? Because I've done both of them, right? I've done both of them. So, yeah, they all chart the exact same. It's awesome. So if we remove this, because I just hate extra noise, what are we seeing right here? We're seeing two things. Stay with me here. This is very, very important. Please, just for the next couple seconds, stay with me as I explain this. Please. Okay. Anyways, so first thing we have is we have entry for price to, I'm going to move my screen over so you can see it. Entry for price to buy. If you are trading options in the stock market, that is called calls. This would be entry for price to Kelly. It's like the typing. It's going on. Could we do better? I'm playing. That's what you would call puts. Now, for those of you who are confused, Kelly, I'm trading options. I don't understand if price is buying or selling. What's it called? The $2,300 was made with one trade. One trade. It was not made with multiple. This was made in 24 minutes with one trade. Anyways, risk also depends. This was made with... Okay, so another part about options, which we're really going to get into, not today. If you're at my mastermind, obviously, we're going to break it down in person. If you are on my YouTube, then I have a YouTube video that I do need to remake, just because I think information can be explained. I've learned a lot over the past 3 years being in this game. But here's the thing. If you are... Whoa, my brain just forgot exactly what I was talking about. If you're entering for price to buy and you're not sure whether or not that should be options. No, I was talking about how much money you made. Okay. That was crazy. My brain actually just went blank. So in order for you to understand, some people said, how did you make $2,300 off this trade that we are literally about to see what's going to happen to it? Well, one, it was, if you're risking, let's say you have a same day expiration, you probably will risk $500 and make $2,300. That's a, what is that? 400% return with the way price bought. If you're doing next day, you risk $1,000. It's going to be $2,300. If you're doing by the end of the week, that's 5 day. You're probably going to risk $6,000, make about 25% return. So that's going to be about, no, I don't know if that, no. You're going to make like a 40% return. That's going to be like $2,300. So it really depends on the day that you buy it and how much money you put into it. That's why, like I said, there are people that'll turn $200 into $40,000. Does that happen every day? No. But for you to risk $500 to make $2,000, if you are riskier, you could do that every day. If you want to make $1,000, or if you want to make $1,000 risking $1,000, that's easier. If you want to make $1,000 risking $2,000, that's easier. You will never lose more than you put in. So if you only want to put in $20 and you end up making $60, completely cool. So anyways, we have our planet flag. For those of you who remember, if price is buying, right, we pick up the phone to call, meaning if price is going up, we're calling. It's a call. And we put down the phone when we're done, meaning puts go down. So that's why I say the orange is our entry for price to sell. And actually, let me change the colors because I think it'll do a better psychological effect. No, we already did green. We're going to do pink. Pink. I can't do pink. We'll keep that orange, and we will make this one red. So if price goes below the red, we're selling. If price goes above the orange, then we are buying. So anyways, I want you right now to guess, before we get into what price did, do you believe with the movements we are seeing right now, if you could just assume, what do you believe price is going to do? Do you think price is going to buy for calls or sell for puts? We're going to see what you guys think. My masterclass is in person. I'm just looking at some of your, responding. Sorry. Kay Mizzy said they've been trading for 7 years. And you always love hearing other people teach. Please tell me if I'm doing a great job. That's what I really want to know. Please tell me if I'm doing a good job. Now, I want you to cover your eyes when you say calls or puts, because I don't want everyone in the chat to say puts, and then you're like, okay, I think it's puts, but I want you to actually be like, what do I think this is? Right? I'm looking at the chat. Ooh. Okay. All right. So everybody's saying calls for the most part, but I see a lot of puts. And that's probably because they're looking at this right here. Now, we're going to go to the next candle. What did price just do? Are we looking at it? So what do we call this right here? Where we have our entry for puts. What are we seeing develop right here? Can anybody tell me? I want you to actively learn. I don't want to just tell you. I want to teach you. So what are we actively seeing right here? That is, okay, I'm seeing some people doing it. No, we're not looking at the candle. I mean, we're looking at the candles, not just one, but like, what are we seeing along this red line? We're seeing a lot of support and price closed above. So remember I told you, wicks are going to fake you out. That's what they're meant to do. You need to wait for the close, because it's like I said, a wick is like sending that text, hey, I miss you, and then never responding again. But a close is saying, hey, I miss you, and then getting in the car and saying, I'm coming to see you. That's a little bit more intention. So we usually take the closes, the bodies, more serious, because we're going to come down and look, we haven't fully broken or closed below our bottom pennant, right? Now, a pennant can be used as extra confirmation. Without the pennant, you could still make this exact same move. So next thing we're going to do is we're going to go next. What is price doing here? It's come up. It hasn't broken. So look, it held support right here and then kept buying. I want you guys to realize this, okay? It held support and kept buying. This is good news, but it doesn't mean act on it. It does not mean because price held support that it won't come in and like, okay, I'll show you an example, a freaking example, okay? Look at this right here. What did we have a lot of in this area? Well, actually, let's not even go right there. Let's come right here where you can see there's clear resistance. Okay, I hate when this thing isn't straight, so I have to hold my shift. For those of you on TradingView, if you hold your shift, it goes straight. What do we see this is? Resistance, resistance, resistance. Now, some of you may have been like, oh, price keeps bouncing off of resistance, so clearly we're going to sell. And then the next day you would have lost, not even the next day, the next 5 minutes, you would have lost all your money because it broke through. So it is a good indicator that we are going to buy because price is hopping off this support, but we don't have confirmation that we're going to buy until we break this previous resistance. Remember that. I'm on the 5-minute time frame for those of you who can't see. And let me actually just move this right here so you can kind of see everything I'm doing. But anyways, there we go. Cool. So next thing we're going to do is we're going to go to the next candle. We're waiting for the 11. So closer to 11:45, we're going to start getting more aggressive on the decision we want to make. I mean, closer to 10:45, we're going to get more aggressive. So we're going to go forward. Look at that. Tell me how many of you would have been confused right now. Because I know me personally, I would have been so confused because here's the thing. Price keeps bouncing off this support, but it keeps rejecting our pennant flags resistance. It doesn't matter if it did that. You know why? Because we have our entries. Too many times we get caught up in this noise that we forget we plotted entries. Price hasn't even gone near the buy entry. Price hasn't fully broken and closed below the put entry. So we don't make a move. Okay? Please remember that. Remember that. Now the pennant, I use it as what I would call confirmation. So you have different confirmations as to why price will go. Obviously, our main confirmation is our entries because it's based off a really strong support and resistance. But if you just want to confirm, you can wait for price to break above a pennant, because a bullish pennant will give you confirmation. If we come back here, okay, it'll give you confirmation the price is going to buy, and a bearish will give you confirmation the price is going to sell. But anyways, so that is just for confirmation, but I don't want you to completely think that that is just like word is bond. Like, it's just confirmation. You will never get trading 100% right, which is why a lot of people stay away from it, because there is the chance that you'll lose money. But you have to be willing to lose money to pay your market tuition to make money. In the same way we're willing to lose $35,000, $50,000, $70,000 on a college education to ensure that we get a pretty good job. And if you thought I was going to be the girl that says college is a scam, I'm not your girl. I love education. I value education. I believe everybody should. And if you went to college and got your master's, you got your bachelor's, you got your doctorate, like whatever you got, your associates, I'm proud of you. I am so, like, I'm tired of social media pushing this rhetoric that, not trading, that college is a scam. I'm tired of that being a thing. College is so unbelievably helpful. And it makes me feel like you're actually a smart human being, because college is so unbelievably difficult. The curriculum is rigorous. For you to stick through something for 2 to 4 to 6 to 8 to 12 years just to get somewhere in life professionally, that is amazing. Don't let anyone online tell you that their course is the reason that you should drop out of college, that anybody can be an entrepreneur on their own. Not everybody's built to be an entrepreneur. It's freaking hard. I would rather work for somebody. But unfortunately, that was not what God had in my plan. So I don't work for somebody directly, but I do work for each and every single one of you that are watching this live, that has ever purchased anything that I've ever sold, that has ever invested into me in any single way. I work to make your life easier. I work to make your life less difficult. So yes, I still have a job as an entrepreneur, and I don't just travel the world and live life. And I wish that was the case, but that's what retirement is for. But the truth is, when you really love what you're doing, you never want to retire. Anyways, that was just my rant before we get to this 10:45 candle. Again, college is a thing. You're going to lose money trading. You're going to lose money in college, but you're putting that investment in now because you want to reap the benefits of it later. It is just a part of life. Okay. Anyways, shout out to Miss Tracy Jones for her 2 masters. Oh my gosh. 2 master's degrees. Do not play with her. Okay. So we are at the 10:35 candle. Like I said, price has not broken above our entry for calls. So we are not going to sit here and say we're entering into calls. Kelly is the type of person to do that. Kelly's the type of person to be like, but I believe the price is going to sell. So I'm going to get in right now, because if I get in right now, it may be the difference between me making an extra $200 to $400. That's the truth. But here's the thing. Making an extra $200 to $400 on a bias that you don't fully trust is not worth losing $1,000 to $2,000 because you didn't fully trust that bias and it doesn't play out. We're not in it to make every single dollar today. Let me tell you something. I went to Vegas because for some of you who don't know, I am the head interview host for the celebrity poker tournament that happens in Vegas every couple months. Shout out to CPT. They always take good care of me. And I really do need to post those clips. I interview so many cool celebrities, and I just don't post it. Life is busy, okay? And anyways, yeah, life is busy. But when I went to Vegas one time, I remember I went to go play roulette. And I've never gambled in my life, but I was like, I'm going to try this thing named roulette, because it just looked easy. It was like you put it on black or red, and then they spin a ball, and if it lands in black or red, you double your money. But you know me, I'm a risk taker, because I'm like a math girl, right? I'm so good with math that I was like, I'm going to crack this game. Yeah, I did say that. So let me tell you something. The Aria does not like me. Anyways, so a lot of people play roulette thinking there's black and there's red. What a lot of people don't realize is there's also first 12, second 12, and third 12. And if you can look at the numbers and look at the probable average that price continuously lands on, because they'll tell you like 32, 18, 24, 28, 31, and 7 have been landed on today. Well, you know, whoever's spinning it, they learn a spinning style. They know based on where they spin the ball and how they spin it, where it's going to land. So in this game of roulette, let's say that price is constantly between the second 12s. You just know price is probably going to hit second 12. Like, it's so easy. And if you land on it, you triple your money. So imagine what I thought when I was like, I'm going to do this freaking thing. And so I kept picking second 12. That's my cheat code. And I just kept picking second 12, second 12, second 12. And I was just tripling my money like it was nothing. And I started light. Let me tell you something. I wasn't the type of person to walk up there with $1,000, with 5,000. I walked up there with $100, walked out with $600 or like 800, something crazy. And I'm smart with my money. I like to compound. So like if I triple my money, I take 2 more and I only use 1 coin. And then I take 60%. Maybe I'm not that good at math. But anyways, so imagine whenever I was playing roulette and I watched a guy walk up with $15,000 and he put it on like 7 numbers. None of those numbers hit. And the buddy goes, appreciate you, and walks away. Lost all his money, lost everything, every dime. Like, I was there like, I'm here with $100. This guy's going in with $15,000. But let me tell you something. If he would have, 1, studied the odds, or 2, actually did something a little bit more strategic than just gambling alone. Again, trading is strategic gambling, so I'm not going to sit here and act like we are not doing strategic gambling. Or we're not gambling, but we are doing it strategically. We have a whole plan, as you guys can see right here. But yeah, like regardless, you don't want to rush in and just, the difference of making $200 to $400 extra costs you to lose $2,000 to $4,000 or whatever it is. Like, that's just not what we want. So that's not what we're going to get. Anyway, so price has not passed our entry for calls. It hasn't even gotten close. But some of you would have already entered. And when I say some of you, I'm talking to you, Kelly. I'm talking to myself, because I 100% would have entered and I would have gotten too excited. And I would have been like, I know. Anyways, so we are at 10:35. Again, 11. Did y'all see that? Did y'all see that? Let's go back. Let's go back by 1. Let's see if it's gonna let me go back by 1. Stop. Don't do all that moving. Okay, so again, we're gonna go forward 1. I want you to see where a lot of you would have gotten faked out. Yes, this is a live recording. Don't tell me you think I'm pre-recorded. I could do this live. Okay, well, the charts aren't open right now. Market isn't open. I had to find a good time that everybody would be home, because I know you all work very hard. But anyways, so look at this. Next, price broke, but guess what it did? Guess what it did? Price sent that text, but never followed through. It doesn't mean the price won't still follow through, but price didn't. So many of you would have entered because you would have been like, oh, it's about to break. We're not here to try and predict the market. We just react. Even if we miss out on a little bit of money, that is fine. We'll make it back tomorrow because we're smarter and we're making wiser decisions. Okay? So that's crazy, right? So anyways, let's go next, see what happens. Remember what you chose. Don't start changing. Well, you can change it. This is not my AI. Somebody better not make an AI of me. That's going to be very upset. I am not an AI. All right, let's go next. Boom. Price is broken out of the pendant again. Do you see how it's playing with us? This is why it's so important. So many people, this is what I catch a lot of people doing in trading. When they teach you, they only teach you based off of these chart patterns. They only teach you based off of that. So they will sit there and be like, oh, as soon as price breaks out the pendant. No. Support and resistance is all you freaking need. Support and resistance. Listen, somebody just put, do not pay Kelly $8,500 to learn from her in person. I agree, because I'm teaching it to you for free. So if you don't want to pay me, don't pay me. I'm teaching it to you right now for free. Now, if you want to be able to ask questions and not have to deal with 1.2 thousand people comments being seen over you, and you want to actually talk to me in person and we really look at your charts and break it down and figure out what you could do better and keep track with you and make you $50,000 by December, then yes, that is when I think it's worth it to pay $8,500 so that we can get you to $50,000 by December. To me, I don't know, but if somebody told me pay me $85 and I'll give you $500, well, I probably wouldn't trust them because that's what my scammers say. But I'm not going to give you that money. I'm going to teach you how to make it. I'm going to try my absolute hardest to ensure that you make it. But for those of you who don't have that, this is how you get it. This is how you get to the point that you make $8,500. And when you do make that $8,500, let me tell you something. You may even find I don't need Kelly. And that's cool because guess what? I helped you. That's all I care about. Anyways, 10:45. We have to enter this trade by 11 or right at 11, right? To make sure we catch the volume. Because sometimes the volume will kick in at 11:15. Let me give you an example. I told you major volume in the market happens when? 9 a.m. and 11 a.m. Okay? 9 a.m. and 11 a.m. So right here is 9 a.m. Nothing happened. It wasn't crazy volume. Right here is 9:05 a.m. Not crazy volume. 9:10 a.m., everybody would have been like, price is selling. We're patient. Some people are a little late to lunch because they know they don't want to pay $18 for a bagel. Anyways, look what happens at 9:15. Boom. You know how much money was probably made here? If I could guess, because it really depends. Let's say you started with $1,000 and you had a same day expiration, very risky, but let's say you know what you're doing. If you started with $1,000 right here at $212 and you sold, nobody's ever going to get the very top. So let's say you sold right here, okay, at $215. That was a $3 movement in options trading. Let's say $1,000. Let's say your contract's delta is $85, but because gamma is being played into effect and so is Vega and so is Rho. Some of you were like, what is that? The Greeks. Yeah, you learn about the Greeks anywhere. You can learn about that anywhere. We'll talk about it at my in-person mastermind, but at the same time, I also have a YouTube video where I talk about it for free. But I do need to remake that video because it's like 3 years old. Anyways, so I got my handy dandy calculator. We have an $85 delta. Now, I'm going to do some crazy maths because I understand Greeks like I just know how to pick a contract. I don't ever look at the Greeks ever. I don't need to. I just know how to pick a contract because I've been trading for 3 years. But here's the thing. If we had an $85 delta, and that means for every dollar the price moves up, you make $85. But let's say you have 10 contracts, okay? Here's the crazy thing. If your delta is $85 and you have 10 contracts of an options trade, that is going to be 85 times 10. Every time price moves up every time price moves up $1, you're going to make $850. This is how trading works. This is what nobody really breaks down. Like everyone says you can make money trading. They don't break it down. You will make $850 for every price or for every dollar that price moves up. We went from $212 all the way up to $215. We did that in 10 minutes from 9:15 to 9:20. So really that's like 5 to 7 minutes. Anyways, you're now going to do that times 3 because price moved up $3. You turn $1,000 to $250. Kelly and math. You turn $1,000 to $2,550 in 7 minutes. Now do you see why people trade? Is it making sense? Okay. I hope it's making sense. Somebody said, how about if you buy 200 contracts? Lord have mercy. I got to know what you're buying 200 contracts for $1,000. Can you do that if a contract's like $35? That's how much mine was today. 35 times 200. That's $7,000. Okay. Yeah. So if you had an $85 delta for 300 contracts, you would have made 25. You would have turned $7,000 into $25,000. That's why people trade, you know. But it's not easy to learn it. But once you do, let me not say that because life and death is in the power of the tongue. I do believe it'll be easy for you. Anybody that's ever told you that you had a learning deficit, I strike them down. Like God forbid that. In Jesus' name, amen. So you don't have a learning deficit. we're going to make this easy because I do believe that's money that's life changing. Like I said, my first trade, I turned $26 to $400 in 2 weeks, $26 to $3,300. That is like turning $260 into $33,000 or $2,600 into $330,000. Is that a regular case? Not always. Is it possible? Yes. Why? Because I am living proof. Anyways, so let's finish out this trade. We spent a lot of time on this trade, guys, but I'm happy to each and every single one of you that have stayed consistent in this. So next, look at that. Price broke and it held. We don't care. We love it. We don't care because we have clear entries. Okay. I want to make sure we get our entries right. What time is it? That's 10:50. What happens here? Boom. 10:55. Hold on though. Just be patient. Just be patient. Okay. So, 10:55, we've come here. At this point, here's your two options because you have to move fast. It's 11. Like I told you, we have a lot of volume. So it's about to be 11, 5 minutes. You can either enter here, enter lightly, and then add on, or you can wait to see if price is going to retest. What is a retest? This is a retest. Price breaks out, it comes back down, it tests this line. Because again, if we're gonna break through resistance, we have to create new support. So price is gonna test this line and create new support, and then it'll just keep doing its thing, okay? Anyways, so, excuse me. You tell me what you're gonna do. Are you going to enter lightly with a small amount of money because you just want to catch the move? Or are you going to wait for the retest? You tell me what you're going to do. And I'll trust you either way. Let me tell you something. I want you to be honest. Or do some of you still believe we're going to sell? Because it's very possible that we retest this, right? We come like this, and then we go like this. We still have our gap that's going to fill at some point. Our gap is going to fill, meaning price is going to sell at some point. Okay, some of you said you're going to wait. I know my risky people when I see them. Some of you said you are going to enter. I know them when I see them. Anyways, so we're going to go next. Look at oh my gosh. What did we see? What did we see? Oh my gosh. What happened? Perfectly. Do you see how simple this was? Now, I know we've been spending like an hour really breaking it down. Like I said, this took me 2 minutes to find because I'm used to it. I have to break it down in layman terms for you guys, like very, very, very simple because I want to make sure that you get it right. Do you see this? We came up. What did we do? We retested and look, we broke it. So we're going to go back one more time so you can kind of see how that played out. We don't enter until we break our entry. This orange line is our entry for calls. This red line is our entry for puts. Whichever one breaks from this point on, because we started right here at around 10:30, whichever one breaks, we go into, okay? So to make it clear to you, if we go next, price broke. A lot of you said you would have entered, okay? A lot of you said you would have entered. And then for those of you who missed it, I said, you can enter lightly. I'm not against it because if that was your entry and that was your plan, trust it. Trust it and say price broke and held above the resistance. That girl sent that text and she got in her car and put on her seat belt. But then she said, should I do this? That is the retest. The retest is, no, I'm not going to do it. Or the retest is, you know what? I want that man back. So anyways, we're going to go here and we're going to go next. Watch how fast this happens. A lot of you are going to miss it. This is the 5-minute time frame. Watch the retest and watch how on point it was. And then tell me that because we did this together, tell me that we do not have, sorry, I'm getting a little too excited. Tell me that we do not have the greatest entries in the industry. Because what happened? Boom. Price went perfectly. Price went perfectly to where we had our resistance and created support, and then it bought above. At this point, we have retested and we have held and we have closed above. And let me tell you something, you're free to enter. So when we are free to enter, let's just say I'm a very, 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 very safe trader. Let's say I'm a very safe trader, which would be an amazing thing. Anyways, this is where I would enter, right here. I am going to enter right here. This is going to be my first price target. Okay. This is going to be my first price target. Like we have over here. Let me move this. Okay. Like what the heck? All right. Price target 1. And then I'm going to move price target 2 over here for us. Okay. Man, I need some water. I was getting excited there. So price target 2. This is where we're going to have price going just about. For those of you who are confused as to why we have these as price targets, just as a reminder, right here is where we had a previous high above our most recent high. I wish I had extended this. Let me see if it'll let me do it. Let me see if I can shift. Okay. So if we come back here, this was our last high, which as you can see over here also had a lot of support and resistance. And then this is the high right above that. So if you want to take your money, get in, get out, aim for price target 1, that would probably be me if I have a busy day, or if like I just want to make, let me think. If I risked $700 and I wanted to probably make $500, I'm getting out of price target 1. If I risk $700 and I want to make $2,000, I'm aiming for price target 2. That makes it sound so easy. I've been trading for a long time. I kind of understand how these things play out. It won't always play out like that. Like speed is also a determining factor. But anyways, so let's come here and see what happens next. After, remember, I have entered right here. I had a really late entry. Some of you already entered over here. You're beating me. You're up. If you entered over here, you're up. And some of you were risk takers and you bought at the pennant flag breakout, and you wouldn't have been wrong because as you can see, it broke out and it retested and it held. So it still works. I've just been faked out of pennant so many times. Support and resistance always does me well though. Anyways, so next, look at that. It goes down, but guess what? It still holds. We're making money, baby. Oh my gosh. Look at us making money. And then next, let's see. We keep going. How close are we? We're already in the area of our first price target. So we can go ahead and you can take your profit here if you want to, you know, because you might be like, it's already too close to the price target. The price target is also an area of resistance. So know that when price hits resistance, it can easily reverse and go down. So if price is going to easily reverse and go down, well, maybe sometimes we want to take it out right before, or if we're being risky, we're going for price target 2. So we're going to go next again. Did you see that? Price came all the way up here, and what did it do? It went down. This is why you just trust price target 1. This is why you trust price target 1. Do I look at the larger time frame for confirmation? I will only do it for confirmation of the trend. This does work for Forex. It works for futures. Just know futures is way faster. Forex is kind of longer depending on how you're trading it. It may also be really fast if you're scalping it. But again, as you can see, price broke above our first price target. She got in the car, she put on her seatbelt, and then she said, nah, girl, what are you doing? And she went back in the house. That doesn't mean she won't still go back to the car. Price target 2 is looking for us, right? So anyways, this is, for some of you who don't know, some people see it as an indecision candle. An indecision candle means price doesn't know what it wants to do. She's in the car, but she might as well, she's still at home so she could go back in her house, or she can turn on that car and drive to this man's house. You know? Anyways, so next. Oh my, guys, can I tell you something? I stopped trading at 11:15. Look at freaking price. Look at freaking, oh my. Oh, sorry. I had to give it a kick. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Do we see price target 2 is approaching us? Oh my gosh. Okay, I need to control myself. Sorry. Be Lady Kelly. This is crazy. I'm just so excited. Like, dude, look at the kick. Oh my gosh. Okay. Anyways. So next up, I don't know if we're gonna pass price target 2 or not. But at this point I would have sold. But anyways, look at that. we went all the way to price target 2. At this point, get out the trade. I know you want to make more money. I know you want to make more money. Get out the trade. Guys, I just took you from exactly how we didn't even need the pennant flag. It was just extra confirmation. How all you need is the nearest high for your, listen to this, because I'm going to break how I found this in 2 minutes, right? The nearest highs are your price targets. The nearest lows are your price targets. For the highs are your price targets if you want price to go up. The lows are your price target if you see price going down. And then your confirmation of entry is just going to be your nearest support and resistance. We get in, we go to our highs, we target our highs, we get out. 2 minutes and 20 seconds. Obviously, it probably took me like 2 hours to break that down to you. But again, you have no idea what this looks like. I do. I'm not going to be like, I know, so just follow along. No, I'm going to be like, let's move at a pace that makes sense for you. But, oh my gosh. And that is how, as you guys can see, $2,300 was made on Apple this morning, because literally my friend was like, hey, Kelly, I'm looking at Apple. What do you think? And I was like, I'll show you what I think. And it took me 2 minutes. But I did not put $5,000 into this trade. Like I said, this trade just depends. So if you're trading SPY, you'll have different expirations. You'll have same day expiration, 2 day, all the way to 1 week. That is very important, because the sooner you can predict how price moves, the more money you will make. If you had put $1,000 into this at SPY, I just know SPY like the back of my hand, which is the S&P 500's ETF, exchange traded fund. You probably would have made $1,000, $3,000 pretty easily, because that would have been a movement from 215 to about 217, maybe 2,500. You probably would have turned $1,000 at 2,500. If you would have risked, let's say, 3,000, you probably would have made 2,800. If you would have risked 6,000, you probably would have made 2,500, depending on when your expiration date is. So one, if you're a same day expiration, that's like you risk $1,000, you're gonna make more money because it's riskier. It's just how this thing works. If you are doing not same day expiration, but maybe 2 days out, that's when you'll risk the 3,000, probably make like 2,800. And then if you risk 6,000, but your expiration is gonna be for like a Friday, that's when you'll probably make around like 2,500, because like it's just safer. For some reason, it's like with trading, they want you to be risky, they want you to gamble. I don't want you to be a gambler. I do want you to accept that there is a level of risk to this. And I want you to take strategic levels of risk. So as you can see, this was risky, but we were very strategic in the way we plotted it. Anytime you put money on the line to make money, it's going to be risky in any investment, whether that's real estate, whether that's stocks, whether that's trading, whether that's like a gold mine investment, which I definitely got scammed out of one time. So don't listen to those. But anyways, yeah, it's gonna be pretty risky. So like I said, this was probably I don't know, doing stuff like this is my favorite. I've taken a long break from really talking about trading and stuff like that. I've been trying to figure out how to restructure my brand and everything. But no, like I said, this is, let me put it back on the screen because I want you guys to see how beautiful this is, right? One of the easiest ways to make $2,000 in a day. And so my goal now is to get like maybe 100 people or so to 50,000 by the end of the year. Really just one person is all that matters to me, because then that one person can go on to impact 200,000 people and help them, you know? So I'm not too worried on the number, because obviously I want it to be more than 100, but what I do want is to create that level of impact. That's one of my, the things that I'm really, 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 really excited about. So, can we, oh, dang. We're like putting that in the corner of my screen there, I guess. But yeah, that's what I'm really excited about for you guys. Oh my gosh, these comments are giving me life. No one has ever explained this so clearly. Yeah, so again, like I said, if you want to come to my in-person mastermind where I am going to help you truly, truly, truly crack trading from the beginning to the end, we have so many insane PowerPoints. just really breaking it down. We have a lot of group activities. We have homework. We have quizzes, and we even have a final exam that we have spent the past 8 months working on for this. This is just an entry to a bigger thing because I know that a lot of you guys are like, well, Kelly, I don't have the money for this. We get that. So we have been building it out to where after the mastermind, once we really start the foundation of like, how do we work with these people, then we're going to now go and make it bigger to the masses to where we have more education going on. Because I think this is a phenomenal thing that can change a lot of freaking people's lives. Like I'm excited how amazingly. Let's just see what Price did for the rest of the day. I'll just let you watch it play out. Look at that. It just kept going and it kept going. And look at us. Look at us. We got such a good exit. And if you even look here, oh my gosh, there's just so many things that I noticed when I'm looking at this. This is what you would call a triple top formation. I'm still going. I know, I'm sorry. This is what you would call a triple top formation. And a triple top formation basically tells you Price is going to reject. Like, she is not sending that text. She's not even thinking about him. She's over him. She's done. Like, she's not breaking that resistance. Let me tell you that. She is not breaking that resistance to whoever that may concern. But, oh, it's still showing the message. Sorry. Yeah, I was showing you this. That purple line is the triple top formation. Sorry about that. Look at my excitement. Making me make some clumsy mistakes. But yeah, so maybe next time, if you guys really enjoyed this, then we may do another one where I come live and I talk to you guys again. Maybe I'll start doing it on Twitch streaming. No, I'm playing. I'm not playing. That might be a thing. But anyways, if you really liked it, just let me know. We can 100%, do more of these. I would like to do one where you guys, this is what I actually planned for today, but I know we've been on here for about 2 hours and a lot of you have things to do. But next time what we can probably do is have people come up live and we just kind of talk to them and see if we can critique your trading and make it better. And so for those of you who want to try on a paper trading account, you just want to test it. Maybe you don't want to use paper trading, which is like when you use fake money to trade. Maybe you want to go on TradingView, kind of like we're on right now, and chart it out yourself and see what happens tomorrow. If you would like for me to look at it and be like, hey, I think you could have done this better, or maybe we could have improved in this, or you did really good at that, then I think that'd be something that'd be really awesome for us to do. But yeah, I'm going to see if I can figure that out. I'm probably going to have to fix my Wi-Fi. It hasn't been bad this stream, but it was stressing me out. So a lot of you have asked, will I save the live? I will post it on my page. It'll probably be in my Reels tab or so. Just because I think a lot of people can learn from this a lot. And I think it's amazing how we took 4 lines and made it into thousands of dollars. And I want you guys to continuously do the same thing. Whether you even make it into, $40 and it's able to pay for you to get Chipotle 3 times this week, or if it's able to help you buy a pizza dinner for movie night for your family, or even pay for some extra groceries. Like, that's all I really care about. And that's why I said I stopped posting my numbers. I've had some pretty insane days that I want to so bad leak to the public, but because this is recorded, I can't tell you. If you're at my mastermind, I'll show you my craziest days, which are kind of unbelievable numbers. But I just don't think me posting how much I make really helps you. I think if I show you how I made it, then that's where you can get the benefit and really grow from it and learn from it. But anyways, yeah, some people said they can't see the screen, but I don't know. I have it on the screen. I have I guess the triple top for those of you who wanted to see it. But that is everything. I know we started with the prayer, but would you mind me if we ended with a prayer as well? Can we do that? Yes? No? Maybe so. Can I use $300 every day to make $1,500? Every day? You'd have to be one of the riskiest traders ever. I'd say you can use $1,500 to make $300. You could probably do that in like 4 minutes. I'm making it sound so unbelievably unrealistic, but like, that is how it works when you know what you're doing. But $300 to make $1,500 every day? No, but you can use $300 to aim for $100 every day. And by the end of the week, you'll have $500. And by the end of 2 weeks, you'll have $1,000. And if you just keep building like that, then you'll have more money to risk. Anyways, you guys approved us praying. So as Wiz, W-I-Z just said, let us bow our heads. Like I said, if you are not a Christian, then it is okay. Just allow me to pray for you. And for those that are a Christian, please pray with me. But either way, you're going to get prayed for. So I hope you accept it. Anyways, in Jesus' name, God, I thank you for each and every single person that attended this live, for those that were able to stay from the beginning to the end, for those that came in the middle, and for those that, just simply found it boring and decided they didn't want to continue. Either way, I ask that you protect them from all evil, that you forgive them for their sins, that a lot of times we do things that we're not even aware that we were doing. But God, what I do ask of you is that you bless each and every single person listening in an amazing way. You bless them financially, you bless them mentally, you bless them spiritually, you bless them physically, you bless them in all of their relationships, you bless them in their careers, you bless them when it comes to their health in any regard. Lord, we just ask that you help everyone in their family, for the person that is struggling right now to help their grandparents or their mother. I don't know why, I just randomly got a vision that somebody that's listening right now has a sick grandmother or mother. I just ask that you heal them, that tomorrow as they wake up, that illness will start to lead to a speedy recovery, that everybody will be concerned, will no longer be concerned, Lord. But I just ask that every single person that has dedicated their time and their energy and their attention to paying attention to this live, to learning something new, to wanting better for themselves, that none of their efforts will be in vain, but each and every single one of them will lead to something great in their life, that trading may not be for them, but because of the work ethic that they have shown, that anything that they put their minds to, they will succeed in. God, for you said anything we ask for, we shall receive, but you also told us to seek ye the kingdom first. So we just ask that anything we ask you for, as long as we are intentional about it, that you will provide it for us. For we know that there is nothing on this planet that we will not be able to have in our lives. And lastly, I ask that every negative person in our lives, any enemy of progress, any person that does not want to see us succeed shall be gone tomorrow. That if there's somebody in our lives or multiple people who do not have our best interest in mind, we ask that they are gone, because we know that no matter what, you are a God that's providing for us in the greatest of ways, and that there is nobody that is hindering our success that shall stand in the way, because we know that what you have for us and the plan you have for us is bigger than what they can try and do to destroy it. So Father, Lord, we thank you for each and every single person, again, that stayed throughout this live. And we ask that there are many, many more to come. And that even if none of these people do attend the mastermind, because again, our focus is not just the money, but it's the impact. We ask that you will still allow them to make $50,000 by Christmas, or even get close, or just to make a major financial breakthrough by Christmas, so they can take care of their family and be comfortable with themselves. I know that was a long prayer, guys, but in Jesus' mighty name we pray. Amen. Wow, that was so long. My eyes started sticking together. That's crazy. But anyways, whoo! Oh, I felt that prayer from the depths of my soul. Amen. Don't you love a good prayer? Don't you love one? But thank you to every single person that attended, genuinely and sincerely from the bottom of my heart. It means the absolute world. It is so amazing to have so many people who support me. I'm just a regular girl. I was bullied in high school, had to change high schools. Never really thought that anybody would accept me for who I was, or just believe in me. I had to let go of what I thought was my dream then. But looking back, I realized that the bullying was worth it, that having to quit my favorite career path that I thought I would go down was worth it, because it allows me to speak to each and every single one of you, from Jasmine to Christine to Elvira. I hope I said that right. To Jonathan, who just joined, to Jameson, to Javon, to D. McIntyre, to D. Brown, to Marcia, to Bambi, to Abraham, to Emily. Shout out Emily. But yeah, it allows me to talk to each and every single one of you. And I'm kind of getting emotional right now, so I should probably end this stream. But again, it was so amazing to talk to each and every single one of you. And there will be many more of this. You guys have really ignited my fire. For the first half of the year, I was kind of really depressed, which is why you probably saw a little less of Kelly. But at the same time, I would not take anything back, because I am here. Shout out to Papa OG in the comments, who just said, love you, my beautiful daughter. Shout out to my dad. He's the most amazing guy on this planet, and he has truly taught me how to love and value myself as a woman, and just helps me through a lot of things and really increases my wisdom. So I love you all. I hope you loved the live. I hope you loved the prayer. I hope this made it easier. I will post it so you can rewatch it, and hopefully I can find more simple ways to break it down. But when people are learning, you have to make things simple for them. So anyways, let me know. Send me a message on Instagram. If you know there's anything you want to say, I would try my hardest to get to it. I can't guarantee because I get so many, but I will try my hardest. And I have been trying my hardest lately to really try and respond to them. But anyways, thank you guys. And yeah, talk to you soon.